All right, everybody, welcome back. This is JudiciousFire. I'm on the iOS server. I'm going to be running a series of Infernal Summit 4s. I've got about probably 6 in the queue. Figured it'd be a good time to make a video on this subject. There are many ways to fight in IS4. I'm basing it on my experience, my personal play preference. I would say that there are tiers of heroes to use. And the top tier, number one tier, are auto proc heroes. These are heroes that, when fitted with a insignia of empower, they will continually activate their skill globally anywhere on the board and do so automatically and do so repeatedly. No other hero can match that. Now, I'm in the top north corner. I'm hitting the guys at the bottom. I'm hitting everybody. No hero can touch that. So your auto proc heroes have got to be number one. Take any hero, whatever talent you have, slap an Empower Insignia on there, and you're doing great. All 6 of the heroes in front of me on the queue are auto proc. Athene to boost the attack speed of our friendly allies here. That's going to be helpful in a damage cap mode such as this, where the big boys can only take 60,000 damage apiece. Walla for the attack boost, as well as the heals more preferably. He's auto-procking heals all the time to everybody around him. Gunny is an auto-fire. Doesn't need an empower. Will auto-fire on her own. I have her survival on her insignia. Skelly, auto-proc with the empower, doing a fantastic job. He's sending out these big missiles. We've got Anubis hitting 100 targets and lowering their ability to harm us by 47%. Game changer. And Creation, who, when auto-procking, drills down on the bad guys in a sustained attack pattern over several seconds. Really wipes people out. Very, very powerful hero. Of these that I have in front of me, there are probably 3 that I always use in lava. Gunslinger is number 1. She's probably the best hero for this game mode. Walla is number 2. He's going to auto-proc heal everybody. You need a healer in this long sustained battle. And Anubis is number 3 to lower that attack damage. Watch the bad guy. You see that whirling blue drill of electricity? That's Creation. Just says 80,000, 80,000, 80,000, 80,000. We'll speed that up. And there are good heroes. You've got Lava, you've got Alaz, but they don't auto-proc. They don't hit globally unless they're under direct attack. Lava's not hitting back across the board. That really hampers their ability to do well. I also find that somebody like Elazulix tends to over-freeze the demons, keeping the demons held back from your heroes. And when the demons are held back and can't fully engage your heroes face to face, you'll find that you can time out, that you're not able to do enough frontal direct damage because the demon's not close enough to you. Bringing me to my only hero that is a no-no in IS4, and that is Dovekeeper. If you use a Dovekeeper in any capacity in IS4, you are ruining it. She will send out love doves. Let's take a look at this centaur coming in here, this archdemon. She would send love doves, and they would stay in front of these archdemons, and the archdemons would fight the love doves for the remaining 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and would never approach our heroes. And we could not do enough damage from that distance to kill them off. We would simply time out. So Dovekeeper will get your whole team slaughtered. And the others are just, whatever you'd like to do. Mike with an auto empower, going to give a big attack speed and attack boost. I find Athene is a little bit better here because, unlike Mike, Athene does some of those things, but also she attacks. Mike doesn't. Mike will just stand there, buffing your team. Unless he's under direct attack, he's not doing anything. So I find Athene to be a little bit better in that capacity. Skelly's amazing because he debuffs the enemy. And here's the tower setup. You're trying to smash in 7 towers into one base. That will leave you with a 6x4 square remaining. In that 6x4 square, you can put your 6 hero bases. Trying to get them to run vertically. The back is where Gunny is. The front is where Skelly is. So you're running vertically towards the center of the base, not horizontally along the edge. Now you put your weaker guys in the back. You put your stronger guys up in front, like my Skelly, who goes invulnerable, like my Anubis, who's got 3 lives. Whereas my Creation and Walla are in the center, and my Gunny and my Athene are in the back, a little bit shielded. So they're not under super direct attack. You will lose the round if your buildings all get destroyed, even if every one of your heroes is alive. So that is why we try to pack in 7 towers in that space, giving a lot more opportunity for us to survive under these kinds of attacks. Infernal Summit 4. I've been successful doing it with 4 players, with 3 players, with 2 players, and I've seen a video or 2 where people are able to do it with 1. It did take multiple attempts. I give them incredible credit. It's something I've not tried yet, but I might give that a try. I don't know if that's... I want to try to make them count. Maybe one day I'll do a solo run and try to match that, but until now I'm perfectly fine teaming up with people. Let's see here. Let's create, invite, boom, 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 and invite. If you were having problems putting together a lava team or an Infernal Summit team, I pull from 2 different populations. First is the invite. That means people who are on the in the guild, who are online at that time. Just send a simple message. Hey, want to do IS4? Yep. Give me 2 minutes. People set up. I send out the invite. Can get plenty of players that way. And if I can't, I typically hit the invite friends button. I make sure that now, I mean to sound like a stingy old man. I make sure, though, that the people who are in the friends list are strong players, strong, skilled players who've got the capacity to run these game modes, and in addition are active players. And that's probably the most important thing, because whether it be, 9 in the morning or 9 at night, it's nice to be able to invite 2 or 3 guildies and see that there's 3 or 4 in your friends list who are ready to go as well and happy to join in. So typically my IS4 runs are a combination of guild members as well as friends. When IS4 was first when IS4 was first introduced, the very first thing I did before I even ran IS4 was to ask around, figure out who was ready to run this game mode. It was an exceedingly difficult game mode when first introduced. See who was able to run this game mode and get them on my friends list. This way I could get teams of 4 together that could actually beat this game mode. And those first couple of runs, hey, we weren't successful until we figured out the strategy, until we figured out the heroes to use, until we figured out the best combinations. See how those archdemons in the south, how they have to come into the area of attack of our heroes in order to really knock them out. You can't hold them back from a distance and expect just the auto procs and the occasional Cosmo proc to get you. It's another one I would be cautious of. I'm not saying not to use. Dovekeeper don't use. But just like Laz, uh, Cosmo will hold those demons back. And if those demons end up falling into a little trap where they're constantly being enveloped in that paralysis bubble and the demons far away from your heroes, you're going to time out. So keep that in mind. This is why I just run auto proc heroes, and they don't encapsulate or paralyze or freeze the enemy, allowing them to come forward. Okay, my last one. Let's do a create. Let's do an invite. I think everybody's running out. Oh, here we go. Princess came on. Fantastic. And the guild member? I will do this. I will rotate. And we will start. Okay, now with 3, I've rotated my base to sort of connect the 3 of us. I think it is the best perspective to have in this game mode. The perspective is this. I am not a team of 6. I have 6 of my heroes out on the board, but I am not a team of 6. I am currently a team of 18. When we had 4 people playing, I was a team of 24. It is best not to envision yourself as a single 6-person team who happens to be alongside others. It is much better to look at yourself as a member of a maximum 24 hero team. So you look at it in the sense of, how can my 6, who are only 25% of the entire hero team, how can my 6 best help the other 18? And this is why I have heroes that do more damage. I have heroes that are far more defensive in their capability. I've got heroes that are faster. I've got, all this. But the heroes that I select for Lava, for Infernal Summit, are typically they're like the glue. They're the filler. If there's any cracks in our armor, the guys I choose tend to fill in those cracks and prevent our defenses from getting smashed. So I'm not saying my guys are the best ones to choose for this, but when working in combination with others on a multiple hero team, and that's the perspective, they are an incredible series of teammates. Now look at what Cosmo is doing. Cosmo is preventing this demon from coming towards us, and we're probably going to time out. And that's the sad thing about Cosmo. We're not going to be able to do enough damage on this dude. We might get timed out. Yeah, we got 20. We have to really cook it up. We got to send it. Look at all these gunslinger copters coming. My creation zapping him with that blue lightning bolt. We got Cos hitting him. We have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we time out. So I would be very careful with Cos. I would be very careful with Laz. And a no-no to Dovekeeper. Let's take another look here. If you just pause a second, I'm going to cut and come right back. I have a little archive I would like to show you. It's a library I'm building in our guild's endgame. line chat group, a library of information. I think it might be helpful. Just a moment, please. Okay, we are in the Line app now. We are in the album section of our Guild Endgame. I put these together the other day. I continually am trying to expand this. Uh, we're going to put an Archdemon album in here, etc., etc. So here are bases. You have 7 towers and a space for 6 bases. And notice how, uh, look at the southern 2 hero bases. That's what would be up against the edge of the screen. The bases are running vertically towards the northern section. Okay, they're not running horizontally where everybody's at the edge of the screen. This is it from another angle. I've just simply rotated it, rotated it, rotated it. So if you were playing and the edge of the screen was by the X at the top right hand corner, you would want to back it up just like that. So 2 of your hero bases are at the edge. Get out of there. Get out of there. Okay, here's the don't use. Don't use Dove. She's going to end up getting you killed. Okay, she'll get you timed out. Tier 3 heroes. Great heroes, but not the best for this game mode. You've got Valen. He is auto proc, but he's auto proc meaning he fires something in his direction. He would do that anyway, even if somebody was attacking him. So it's a useless auto proc. He's not hitting globally. That really is a detriment. Mahatma's the same way. She's auto proc, but you got to be next to her in order to get hit by her auto proc skill. Well, if you're next to her, she's hitting you anyway. Again, useless auto proc. Medusa. Medusa is great for drilling down major damage against folks. But, you know, she's an older hero. She also tends to slow the movement speed of the bad guys. That's why I have her as tier 3. Trixie Treat, I mean, DPS like it's nobody's business. But she's older. She's not going to survive as long. PD, another one I wouldn't super recommend. But, you know, if you need extra attack speed. Rosaline, she's auto proc. But like the other 2 I mentioned, you got to be right next to her in order to get hurt. And if you were next to her, well, she would be hurting you anyway. So kind of useless. Commodora, you know, she has to be under direct attack in order for her drop anchor skill to operate. That's a real liability. Heartbreaker, she has no auto proc ability. You got to be within range before she starts firing. Storm Eater, same thing. Got to be right up next to the dude before he starts firing. Those are tier 3. Tier 2, so even better. Got Ashura. Yeah, you got to be up next to him. No, he can't auto proc, but he's going to survive. He's going to deflect damage back at the bad guys. Real nice. Laz, yeah, he can help. He can freeze you up a little bit. Not as bad as Cosmo, but if you only have 1 or 2 of them on your team, you'll probably get away with it. I tend to stay away from him completely. Lava, great for survivability. Once he's being attacked and he's firing, he will hit people all around the board, but he's got to be attacked and firing. Demo, blind him up. Again, but he has to be attacked and he has to be firing. He's not going to hit globally unless he's under direct attack. And tier 1, absolutely tier 1. I start with Walla. Auto proc, always healing us, always boosting us. Anubis, always cutting the attack of the enemy down by half, always helping us out with that Empower insignia. Skelly, debuffing, causing damage, Empower insignia so he can auto proc. Ripper, silencing, doing damage, attacking globally, attacking automatically. Bogeyman going to hit 5 at a time like it's nobody's business with his auto proc. Gunny, auto fire. She's probably the best hero for Infernal Summit 4. I would put a gunslinger on every Infernal Summit 4 team. Serena, she is going to be doing damage, she's going to be causing heals, and she's going to be giving us an attack boost. She will not revive any hero in a defensive game mode such as this. Same with guarding your base in Guild Wars. She will not revive under those circumstances. It's got to be an offensive attack. Creation, terrible damage. Auto proc, global attack, automatic. Warlock. Auto proc, global attack, automatic, and gives your team a 60% deflection. Gives it to like 4 or 5 of your heroes. That means that 60% of the damage that they take is negated. They don't take that damage. And that damage that they don't take is sent back to the enemy. Huge. Cosmo, I put him in as a tier 1 hero because he's very, very good. But you got to be careful. You got to have a cause that hopefully isn't going to be locking people up. Michael, huge booster, except he doesn't attack like Athene. Athene, huge booster, and she will attack. She will rain down these electrical strikes on everybody. So that's kind of how I put it together. And as the game continues to release new heroes, we'll see how it goes. I hope things are treating you well. I hope IS4 is going to run well for you. Again, a great base design is this classic base design. People started making these bases when it first came out, and they've stuck with that for a reason, because it's the dimensionally, it is the only way to fit 7 towers onto your base and provide you that extra building health while still allowing you to use 6 heroes. So, all right, everybody, I'll check you on the next video. Bye-bye.